And we will be going to give awards now in the 112-pound weight class.
112 pounds, 6th place, Joey Knoll from Osborne. 5th place from Oberlin, Scott Wilson. 4th, Shane Bird of Plainville. 3rd, Sean O'Toole from Norton. 2nd place, Travis Martin from Ellsworth. And our 112-pound champion for 1999 from Oakley, Dylan Campbell.
You mentioned Knoll of Osborne, I believe, coming in 6th place there at the 112-pound weight class. I do not know if this is a relative or not, but as we head to the 125-pound bracket, Josh Knoll.
I understand they're cousins.
Josh Knoll of Stockton takes on Stephen Reddick of Fredonia.
Those two places are not too far apart, so pretty easy to get kids from the same family in both schools.
Reddick comes into the tournament with 10 losses, kind of got on a roll, and rolled right into the finals.
That's right. I talked to his coach this afternoon. He said he's just been on a roll, and he's been going like crazy.
Knoll coming in with just 3 losses. Knoll a senior, Reddick just a junior. Knoll, of course, wearing the blue. Reddick, the black, yellow, and yellow on the hair as well. Description I don't believe I've ever given before.
This is Reddick's first trip to the state tournament. And he's made a good accounting for himself.
Knoll in low on a single, also got the arm more of a fireman's type single. Now switches to a double.
Knoll took second here last year to Gabe Jenkins from St. Francis, and he comes in 23-3. He's lost to Charbonneau from Clay Center, to Baker from Hoxie, and to Gappa from Norton. So it just goes to show that, you know, everybody stands to get beaten sometime or another. Like my brother said one time, he understood how the old gunfighters used to feel, knowing somebody out there was going to get him someday. Stockton's coach, Keith Hall, fine educator and coach, been up there for several years. Coach from Fredonia is one of the Weilert boys, John Weilert. There's 3 of those brothers coaching in the state.
Knoll just scores another takedown after an escape by Reddick. Makes the score 4-1 now with 30 seconds remaining in the first period of your 125-pound championship match.
And he gives another escape. I think Knoll has decided he'd like to work on his feet this match.
Yes, we mentioned they give you the choice now to choose neutral. Many wrestlers have taken that to another level and have just given the point up to try to get 2.
Well, you know, a 2-for-1 trade's not too bad. Oklahoma State made that popular back in the 50s and 60s, and they even changed the rule once to try to stop that. They made the first takedown worth 2, and every takedown after that worth 1, and Oklahoma State said, so what, we'll just beat you by 1 point. So they finally changed it back to 2 points for every takedown.
Now 4-2. Knoll of Stockton leading Reddick of Fredonia with just 4 minutes remaining in the match as we begin the second period.
Knoll has opted to go down the second period to see if he can score from the bottom.
He was free there for a moment.
Maybe he wasn't choosing to give up those escapes. Maybe Reddick had something to do with that choice.
Could very well be. I know that is one reason why a lot of wrestlers choose the bottom. It's awfully hard to hold somebody down.
That's right.
Little short sit there by Knoll of Stockton.
Reddick's got that arm coming around back. Now he's going into the human chop, we'll call it. I don't know what you guys called it, but that's what I've always called it. Looking for a Granby here. To try to get inside that arm. He's got the leg. Now he's got the arm.
And there we go.
Backward. We get reversal. No near fall. If he could have held that position, he'd wound up with near fall points too.
Reddick of Fredonia doing the smart thing there. A lot of kids will try to fight that off, and you're just giving up back points while you're there. Just turn and give up the 2, not the 5.
The old gambler says cut your losses short and let your winnings run.
1 minute remaining in the second period. 6-2 now.
Have another escape by Reddick here. So
6-3.
this match is not out of reach by any means.
Knoll has been here before, as you mentioned, lost to Jenkins last year. The experience could come into play here as we reach into the latter portions of this match. There's a quick, nice Granby
carry. 2 points. They'll wind up getting near fall points out of it too. That was really a good, slick fireman's carry. Quick, just exactly what you hope for.
Knoll defeated Trent Baker of Hoxie to get into the finals by a score of 5-2, and I saw one of those very same slick Granbys in that match. It's now really working for the fall. Got just 6 seconds on the clock to get it. Doesn't appear he's going to be able to. And there's the buzzer. So we head to the third period of your 125-pound championship match. Knoll of Stockton leading pretty commandingly 11-3 over Reddick of Fredonia.
But as Yogi Berra would say, it ain't over till it's over. And we got 2 more minutes of wrestling, and a lot of things can happen in 2 minutes.
And we've seen them happen this weekend.
You get caught in the wrong position, next thing you know, you're on your back, and sometimes the surprise itself will cause you to lay there long enough to get the pin called. So we're 11-4 now.
I don't know if it's a plan for Knoll to release him or not, but he's getting loose.
I'm kind of the opinion that it's not. There's another fireman's carry. A takedown. Not going to get the near fall points out of this one yet.
That makes the score 13-4 now. Knoll leading Reddick. I have a feeling he's not letting him up either, but he's sure he's coming out on the better end of the deal.
Yep. At least a little quicker on his feet. And again, that experience, you talk about experience, and as you see this constant pressure that these kids in the western end of the state face every match, they stand a chance to lose every time they go out, and it just makes you sharp, and it pays off for you in the tight matches and in the big matches.
We were talking earlier that the eastern half of the state is coming along and definitely competing much better with the western half. That partially due to a lot of coaches in the eastern half of the state used to wrestle in the western half.
That's a lot of it. There's a lot of other good coaches coming in from other states, and it's just growing by leaps and bounds all over the state.
Reddick now in a near desperation mode, trying to throw.
Awful close to reversal there, but he wound up too high on it, so he's not going to wind up getting it, I don't believe.
Of course, the symbol you see there with the referee having the wristband out, he's showing who has control there, as it is a little confusing situation. Still Red with control, and as he says now, Red will be on top in a stalemate situation.
Well, he called Red for stalling there, too.
Oh, he did that as well.
Because Knoll was just hanging on to those legs, hoping for a stalemate, and instead of trying to improve his position, so he put up the stall.
13 seconds now remaining in this 125-pound championship match. Another point scored by Reddick. Makes it 13-5. I believe that's the way it will wrap up. Your state champion at 125 pounds will be Knoll of Stockton. No points were given there, so it is 13-5, the final on that. Knoll over Reddick.
Would have been another takedown there, but it came right after the buzzer ended the match, so.
Stockton has definitely got a crowd here as well, as you can hear there.
Okay. We're giving the medals at 119 pounds.
We need to go to a quick break here, I believe. We'll be back with more wrestling action here on Smoke